Well, hi everybody. Glad to see you guys today. What we're actually painting is something that means quite a bit to me. About 11 years ago yesterday, not about exactly 11 years ago yesterday, I had started my art journey. When I say that, I was on my way to college, and before I went to school, and then after school, I immediately go to work part-time job. I sketched out a lion. And it wasn't any lion, it was a lioness. Kind of like the one that sits on my arm that you see all the time. Um, I put it on Facebook and I got like 3 likes and I was on cloud nine. And I made the decision at that point to change my major from pre-veterinarian um, to art. And I took the time and money and invested in my future towards art. It's something that I think of often, of that decision that I made and how much that decision impacted my life. And today we're going to see how I've improved in that 11 years. So I'm going to start in the background and then we're going to paint a lion together. I've got a preliminary drawing like I always do. And then I figured I could show you, I'm going to look today and tomorrow. I'm going to look to see if I can find that original drawing. I may be able to find it, I may not. If I do, fantastic. I'd love to show you guys side by side. If not, I have a picture of it, and I figured I could show you that way. So let's try and get stuck in here. Let's go ahead. I'm not gonna lie, I've missed you guys. Last week on my Patreon, I did watercolor pencils, and honest to goodness, it is not my forte. I'm not good at it. It would take me a lot of time to invest into that. Probably will in the future get better at it in my personal time, but it's something that I want to work on privately before, um, sharing that part with you guys. Now, on Monday, I'm thinking of doing a stream, not just for Patreon only, and then the following day for everyone else. If you're watching this on the 15th, so that's January 15th, 2023, I'm talking about Monday the 16th. I work from 8 to 11. I was thinking I could drink my normal protein shake at lunch, from 11 to 12. And I thought maybe at that point we could um, meet here on YouTube and stream together. And I think it's a way that I'll be able to get other people also engaged in my Patreon subscriptions, and also a way that more people can see what I do online. So I'm excited. It'll be my first not Patreon only subscription stream. It'll be free for everybody at the same time. So I think that'll be really cool, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope that you guys are there. So let's go ahead and get stuck in here. Let's go ahead and put in some background for sure. Now we'll have quite a bit of talking time because you know how it is. We put down a base color and then we wait for 3 or 4 minutes talking, and then we'll go on to the next color. I was thinking like a sky, and then we'll probably end up covering the sky completely with different colors of grasses, but you and I will know what's up. It's back there. So, how was y'all's week? Because of the nature of my work, I pretty much was focused on the weather, but hopefully we'll get to talk about my art business 24/7 someday. But right now, I still have a day job. What I'm doing is putting in, this is a Patho Blue, and we're going with a Phthalo. Good Lord, I don't know how to read. And then a titanium white. Not bad. Keep my keep in mind my grandmother's in her 70s. She asked me this morning at about, I don't know, I'd say 8 a.m. asked me if I was going to do my little video that I do every week. And I was like, yep, still going to stream, trying to create a future for me and my family. But anyways, it was a long week for sure. I plan next week to go after work as I always do once a month. Go see my family, go see my best friend in Northwest Arkansas like I always do. And I don't know what it is about this month. I guess I'd probably say this every month, but extremely excited. Uh, can't overstate enough how much I'm looking forward to seeing my family next weekend. That's like a week from today. I'll be sitting in Northwest Arkansas with my mother, um, probably drinking coffee and probably watching Avatar 2. To be honest, probably what we're gonna do. Um, I'm not for sure where we're gonna video or watch it yet. I don't know. We hadn't figured that out. We almost never do. We usually eat somewhere with my sister. We usually go eat some kind of lunch, which um, we all favor Chinese food. Um, it's something that I make, but the rest of my family doesn't have the skill to make. So it's something that's, not obtainable for them. So it's something that we really enjoy to go out to eat and have. And I don't know if y'all have been out to Northwest Arkansas, but there's a lot of art, kind of like what I enjoy. There's a lot of nature, which when I'm not streaming, when I'm not doing art, that's where I like to be. But and there's a lot of food. It's just that's about all that's there. There's not much in Northwest Arkansas. So I know that when I first started my weight loss journey, I was like, I feel like there's less to do now, and it's purely because my weight towards, or I guess my feeling towards food had changed so much that I didn't know where I stood anymore. And, that's changed quite a bit for me now. My want for food is significantly less. Like even last night, we had turkey patties that were heavily spiced, and they were absolutely fantastic. And then I had mixed veggies, and I ate the mixed veggies, and it was done. I had maybe a bite or two of protein, but I just had no desire to have it. It's just my body's changing. My preferences are changing. I guess that's bound to happen when you lose the amount of weight that I have. You know. Next thing I'm doing is pulling just the titanium white, and I figured I would put white in there, and then we'll kind of smooth it out in a minute. Again, probably none of this, just like always, probably none of this will be seen after we do like small pieces of grass. Because what I was thinking was like, how cool would it be if there was like grass coming up behind her ears, so you know that she's hunting. Um, so I was thinking that's what we would do. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I remember when I first started watching people do art, whether it was carving or whether it was painting. People would talk about and the finished art was there. You just had to uncover it. And I know for a long time I've said that it feels like I'm not finding them, but kind of like a camera going into focus. So we see something really blurry and we slowly bring it into that crisp focus. And the more art that I do with you guys online, live, the more I find myself driving towards what I want to see. So what I want to see is I want to see those grasses up there. I want to see those grasses there, up by her ears, so we know that she's crouching. And even just like a year ago, 6 months ago, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't. I thought of it being a snapshot and that I was pulling into focus. And again, I'm glad you guys are here for the entire journey of watching me evolve as an artist. And being able and needing to verbalize what's going on in my mind, I think is helping me regress as an artist as well. So we're just waiting for this to dry at this point. We gotta wait till we get to that tacky so I don't move that color away when I go through with another color. So we're probably going to keep the white because we can use more white. However, we're probably not going to use any more blue in this entire painting. That's why I put some in there, is because if some does make it through, if we don't have grass that goes way over our head where we can't see the sky anymore, that's fine. But I hope it's there because I think it can really add some needed color. Because, think of how much blue is in a line, 0. Think of how much orange is in a line, quite a bit. Reds, hair, and that's it. Browns, yellows, oranges, a little bit of red, and that's the only colors you're going to see. So that's why I wanted to put a little bit of blue up there, just in case it does make it throughout. So while we wait, while we continue to wait for this to set up, is not even close. I want to go ahead and read what's up here, and that's talking about my levels of subscription. And this is for people that are watching it on 1/15/23. I do have Patreon, at which you can view these streams live. Not only that, there's other options, or there's rather other features that are or that do occur. So very first off, my base is just to be a part of these streams live, being able to comment on them, being part of them, and until I get above a certain threshold, which I'm saying 100 subscribers on Patreon, I'm also making it to where base tier and above get to vote quarterly as far as my availability hours. So I'll say, hey, here's what my hours at work are, here's what I can do, and you guys pick the best time for you to watch my streams. So that way the most amount of people actually get to enjoy me while I'm live. And the next level is for, nope, I can't do it without thinking of it, sorry. For $20 a month, this is the bronze tier. Not only do you get to be here live for stream, not only do you get to be here and vote for streams at least voting times quarterly until I get above a threshold, you also will get to vote on the next painting. That is a vote that goes in here. This is something that my to-be sister-in-law gave me as a gift, and I can't use it as a coffee cup, and it's purely because it's too tall. However, it's going to work out really well to be our next painting. So you are a bronze tier or above. You get to put in every single month a vote in here. It has your stream name on it, and you go in as long as it's something G rated. It will go in here as far as next painting, and I will pull these every time I do not have a commission, because like this item, I is not a commission. Somebody did not hire me and say, hey, paint this particular lioness for me. She stole my heart, and I gotta have her in my home. So this is something coming out of my mind. So if I had someone at the bronze level paying 20 a month, you would have at least one vote in here. So hey, if you're the only vote in there, 100% chance I'm going to be painting something that you recommended for me. And I pull it straight live on the end of my stream. I simply say, hey guys, it's that time of stream. I pull it and say, hey, next time, next week, we're going to be painting this from this viewer. I appreciate you for your subscription, and then we end the stream. Right now I don't have one, so everything that we're painting is coming from my mind. So next thing is our silver tier subscription. Not only are you here for streams, not only do you vote for quarterly, you also get to be a part of the voting system, but you also get to have a 5x7 painting mailed to you every month. That's anything from like this tiger to the frog to the panda that we painted recently, and even the turtle that I painted recently, this guy here. Now these aren't large paintings, However, they would be great to put in like a little 5x7 frame and put on a desk. Or maybe you want to give it to a friend or family member, because honestly, if you've been a subscriber for mine for 15 months, you may not want 15 5x7s floating around, but they would make a wonderful gift. Like, I have several family members that I have gifted paintings to. Like my sister, when her beloved cat passed, that she'd owned for 10 years. I commissioned a painting for her because I know how it is to lose a pet. It's horrible. And she was still carrying around her pet's ashes. And having a painting that she woke up to in the morning by her bed, of her beloved cat that she spent almost a decade with, helped make that next step. And I'm glad to be a part of that. So maybe you have family members, maybe you have friends that you want to give them these for gifts, or maybe give them, to add beauty in your home or into your office. You could also sell them, if you choose to do so. Now, I also have a gold tier, which has all the previous, of course, but it also gives you an option. If you've been a gold tier subscriber for at least a quarter, you will be entered into a drawing for a 100% off coupon for any item on my shop. I'm talking any painting you've ever seen me done. If it's in stock, if it's on my website, and essentially I provide you a one-time use code, you use it on my website to get one item shipped to you for free. So that way you don't have to provide me as a streamer your address and information like that. You provide it to my website and it automatically ships out, which is nice. That's an original painting, or even like a miniature, shipped directly to your home free of charge. So those are my different tiers. I appreciate you guys, and let's go ahead and see if she's dry now. Hey, she's dry. So let's go ahead and get some colors and see what we can get going. So we're going to go in with a cadmium yellow. And again, we're going for dried prairie grasses. So we're going to go with a raw umber. And of course, my favorite that I use on everything, unbleached titanium. That's going to be probably what 2/3 of this painting is going to end up being. Are those three colors, probably with some black and some stark white. So I guess, what, 5 colors? You're going to see a lot of those. So let's go ahead and just get stuck in. We'll probably add some green in there. In fact, let's go ahead and put some on my palette. Green never hurts, especially when we're talking about grasses. I know that they're dead grasses, but there's a live one in there once in a while, right? Alright, so let's see what we can do. So we're going to take some titanium white that's unbleached, a little bit of yellow. Yeah, I like that. And then we're going to pick up some green right on the end here. Alright, I'll show y'all what I got loaded on my brush. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't have a napkin right now. It's killing me. So, see, this is why I got my brush loaded up right now. So I got the bulk of it being that titanium unbleached white and the cadmium yellow mix, about 30% cadmium yellow, and then stark, what color is that green? You're really going to be shocked on this. It's called real green. All right, let's see what we got. Not bad. Now do it times stop a million for me. Just fast forward. Okay. All right, let's go. So that looks good. Oh yes, I like it. But we've done one layer. We gotta wait. We'll load up our brush again and see what we get. All right, we gotta load our brush again. Notice it started to blur instead of it be a straight um, straight line that I'm painting starting to blur, so we're going to kind of fix that. There we go. Here we go. So how was y'all's week? Did y'all do anything fun or fantastic? I didn't do much. I really dealt with some serious blues earlier in the week, but um, really worked hard and got that taken care of, which was good. And I'm actually cane bound right now, which I've fought my mobility for a long time. I'll tell y'all about a little bit about that a little bit later. Um, but really struggling with it right now. Like, um, I've been working on losing weight, walking every single day, trying to get healthy, and that was my goal last year, my New Year's, and I worked really hard on it all year, lost 60 something pounds, and I continued it for this year because I'm in my 30s and I've seen people that haven't made health their priority when they're in their 30s and 40s, and they don't live as long as what I want to live. So I'm making health a priority because I do want to be with my family for as long as I can. And some of my family isn't, like 50% of my family is not very long lived. And it's not because of stupidity, it's because of health reasons. So I'm choosing to make this a priority for me and my family. So hopefully I can, I say and my family, I'm promoting my own health for my family. So um, I'm hoping to be here for a long time, and the way that I'm going to do that is to be healthy. So that's what I've been working on, and the fact that right now the only way that I can walk is cane bound, it's really difficult for me, but I know that it's something, it's an ongoing process, and I know that I'm going to continue to work with doctors in order to hopefully get fixed. Um, so we'll just have to continue to stick it out, continue to try to do my best every single day. Um, even though that I'm hurting today, I'm still going to walk. It's just I'm going to walk with a cane. Um, so, it's not always the funnest, being in my 30s and having to work with a cane, but um, I know every time I end up bringing it up with my family, one of my family members, I don't see her as often as I should. Um, she says, at least you can walk. At least you're here. And she's right. There's a lot of people that can't say that, especially with COVID-19 this last couple of years. Um, I'm still here, and I do my best to walk every single day. And there's a lot of people that don't get that opportunity. So um, that's how it looks best on it. But yeah, just doing my best. That's what I can do elsewhere. So this next year, I was actually talking about some opportunities, or I say opportunities, some things that I want to do with this stream to make it better. What I was talking about was it would be nice to have a boom arm under this desk, because it would be nice to be able to pull this camera out from under and directly here. How much better would that be? It'd be a lot closer. It'd be a lot more stable than what this guy is right now. And then I was thinking maybe we could have a second boom back here that comes here, because it would be nice to have a real microphone. So that way, instead of having headphones that have a microphone in them where you and I are having a conversation, it'd be nice to have a mic, to make this a little bit closer to what a podcast would be like. So those are some things that I'm thinking of before I can afford, of course, purchase a GoPro, because that's the end goal with this setup. The close-up shot is to have a GoPro. But how nice would it be to have a boom arm that comes out and underneath for this straight on shot. It'd be nice. And I wouldn't need to tilt this anymore. And the shot right here would be clearer because I could do a wider span. Y'all could see more of my painting in the background. So that's the goal next, at least I think at this point. But we'll see, you know. Looks really cool, guys. What I'm doing is clearing my brush. Again, this is where I wish I had my paper towel. In fact, I may take a moment, guys. Um, Put y'all on mute. Go get a napkin real quick, and I'll be right back. Should be less than a minute. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't do it without a. Okay, so sorry, guys. I had to have a paper towel. I just can't do it. But the last paper towels that I had were in here longer than 3 weeks. Had them in for a long time. So I reused them and reused them and reused them. But eventually, they all will end up dying. Can't have them forever. Next, what I'm doing is I'm putting same titanium bleach and then just a or unbleached titanium. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, my system's struggling right now to. Okay. It should run a little bit better for us. Let's see if it does. Okay. It should be enough. Sorry, guys. I know my stream's really struggling right now, so that's why I stopped to address it. But essentially, I went from a non-bleached titanium white and a brown, which is raw umber, and we're gonna see how that goes in. I was thinking like a little bit finer blades of grass might be nice. Looks good. I like the pairing of colors there. Although I wish the raw umber wasn't quite as dark. So let's see what we can do as far as trying to tone that down a little bit here. So just a little bit of yellow in there. I'm loading up one side of my brush with that. Loading the other side up with a little bit of Bleach Titanium with yellow. So let's see what that looks like. Like that. Might work, right? Just a moment, guys. System's still running slow. Nothing I can do about it. But let's go ahead and keep going, guys. I like that too. Just trying to add some depth, add some different colors in there, because it is important. Difference in foliage is going to happen. Okay, we're going to go with the yellow, orange. Perfect. All right, what do you think? I like that. So let's see what we got. Let's pull what we got. So while we let this start pulling, start coming through, we'll see what we kind of look like. Should look pretty cool. And I want to show y'all guys what we have planned to paint. Of course, I'll probably paint a little bit tomorrow on my own because I'd like to go ahead and put eyes in on stream on my live probably Monday. But I'd like to get maybe some of it done at least, you know, add some intrigue in there. So we're doing okay, guys. Got the latency back up, so that's good. Yeah, we're doing good. It's finally quit lagging. Wish my system was running a little bit better today. But we're doing good. Just slowly just healing this up so I can show you guys what we're dealing with and so we can kind of make a decision on what I should paint tomorrow before I join you all on stream on Monday. It should be absolutely good. I'm excited to see how I progress from what I was doing when I was, 18 years old. So we all progress, we all grow at different rates, and I'm excited to be on this journey with you guys. So y'all have any big plans for Martin Luther King Day? I'm just gonna spend it um, with my significant other. Probably gonna paint with you guys for a bit. I'm excited about that as well. Um, but really, that's all I got planned right now. I got a half a day I'm gonna work, get 4 hours, because gotta have that sweet OT, right? But other than that, really don't have much planned. Just relaxation, because I don't do enough of that in my personal life. So probably gonna do quite a bit of relaxation. I may have a nice cigar um, because I like to grill out, and when I grill out, I usually have a cigar. Might as well. If you're gonna sit outside for 4 hours and enjoy with family and friends, you might as well pull a nice stogie out, especially if it's a good quality stogie, and enjoy it with family members. So, what do you think, guys? I know it's got a lot of drawing left to do, which anymore I like to have a pretty, I hate to say it, but sparse drawing, so it doesn't point me in a particular direction. But at least we know where her eyes are going to be. We know where her main features are going to be. Her nose, her mouth is completely left open at this point because I don't know if she's going to be panting. I don't know if she's going to be, just getting ready to do like a chuff or a roar. I really don't know. So we'll kind of make that decision when we get there as well. So we're making pretty good progress. My goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. I'll cut that out in the end show. So sorry. But it's actually really set up really pretty, especially that background we got set. It looks really intriguing to me. I think this could be a really beautiful painting when we're done with it, guys. Let's see if we can pull this off in one fell swoop. I tried to this morning when I was taping this off, because this is something that if you are a subscriber, you can go watch me learning to love this new kind of tape. It's not new in any way, shape, or form. It's only new to me. What is it, that washi tape? And I remember watching people talking about how wonderful this tape was, and I never understood it. I'm like, it's tape. Tape is tape is tape. It's not. This is fantastic. How easily it comes up, especially when we're talking about 3 or 4 layers of paint we just put on here. And it not only kept the paint, I'd say 80 to 90, even 95% from spreading on. It kept it from going further, and absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited about that as well. So let's see. What do you think, guys? Are y'all excited for what this will become? Looks good, especially the background. That background's nice, it's intriguing. There's quite a bit of movement. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes on. I'm thinking like maybe I could get the forehead in this week, and some of the wrinkles that I see here on the sides that I decided, like that chin line. It'd be really cool to have even that chest done, this chest, neck, shoulder area. It'd be nice to have that done when I come in and paint with you guys. In fact, let's go ahead, do a little bit of blocking in and see where we get. Because we got about 15 minutes left on stream that I'd like to paint with you guys, and we'll see how this comes out. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's see here. Now, you know how I am. I always go down with a base coat first, and we usually talk about absolutely nothing, and then I come back and add colors, and by the time I add my colors, you usually can't even hardly see the base background anymore, or base coat that I put on. So we're going to start with a pretty heavy coat of cream. And again, this cream is probably my number one color that goes down. It's the color I probably use the most of. This is unbleached titanium white. I got it as I'm somebody that doesn't like the actual chemical bleach hardly at all. I bet you can understand that with as much color as I use in just about everything, including the tattoo work is on me, and my clothing is almost always some kind of crazy color. I told my mother recently, she said something about um, my sister, she usually chooses a wild color shirt and then has something usually pretty bland on the bottom, as far as pants or dress or skirt. And I said, yeah, I don't do bland. Again, just putting some pretty heavy titanium or unbleached titanium on here. Just getting the base coat, and then we're probably gonna go in with like a yellow and maybe some brown hair tufts. And towards her forehead, we may get a little bit of white in there, but we gotta do a base coat first, right? But yeah, it would be nice. I think tomorrow I'm gonna end up going to the grocery store. I may end up getting some stuff we could grill out for Martin Luther King Day, so that way we can sit around the house, enjoy ourselves. I may end up coming in and paint for a bit, smoke a stogie. That would be nice. Just have a nice relaxing week, or a nice relaxing start to our week. I think it would be wonderful because both me and the significant other, we have big plans for our week, and the only way we're going to get that done is if we take a little bit of time for ourselves on Monday. So I'm going to try my best to, have a good day on Martin Luther King Day, get a good start. Um, so it should be an absolute beautiful day. I don't even know what the temperature is going to be. I'm just being optimistic. Got to be optimistic for the future, guys. Every single day. You know what? I bet you didn't think when I put cream on my palette earlier, you didn't go, "Ooh, that's not enough," was it? That is not what you said, because that's not what I said. I was like, man, that's a bit much. And then when I was right about to close up shop, I was like, well, I might as well use some of these colors I already have on my board. Use up that paint before we close up shop for the day. What do you think, guys? Nice little base coat. Now, what if we leave the color that's on it right now, a nice titanium white? I say titanium, unbleached titanium white. And what if we put a little bit of yellow in here? It's like, how about that? And then come in and pull it out. That's one of my favorite ways to incorporate color, guys. So we'll do it over here so y'all can see a little bit better, okay? See, so what I'm doing is putting a little bit of, I'm almost tipping my brush in yellow, that cadmium yellow, and then I'm kind of putting it small pulls about halfway through my paint. So you can push all the way in and go to the bottom, or you can put just like halfway down. Hardly putting any pressure on your brush, like honest to goodness, hardly any pressure on the brush, and just barely, so it kind of just a little bit more sporadic. You want to put some dimension in there. And going back and again putting harder press in and pulling down. So press in, down. It's a cool way to add color. Make sure which direction you're pulling, because we're talking about a three-dimensional being, or I say a being, three-dimensional object, and in this case it's an animal. So she's gonna have dimension. So keep in mind, you don't want to always pull to the left or always pull to the right because it will distort your image over time. Especially when we're talking about putting 5 to 6 layers of color on this cat, it will start adding dimensions wrong if you do that. So again, you'll see me rotate my brush in the way that I'm pulling, and it's purely because this is a 3D image, so we've got to do that. So pull it down. Again, I'm going for different levels. I don't want to just straight across. Notice I angled it different because we're going back to the side. Out of it. Now just adding that color in. Just nice sun glaze. It's not saying this is where the sun's hitting her. It's just, there's always that yellow tinge. She's been bathing. She's been probably getting into dirt. She's been busy this morning. Looks good. Looks real good. I don't get to use large brushes like this very often. It's kind of fun. Getting to add lots of dimension really quickly. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of titanium white in there. And we're going to kind of put it on the edges, kind of like we talked about towards her forehead. So let's go ahead and put that in now. Alright, so watch this. I don't want to go with a wash right now. I don't want to add water to my brush. So I'm trying my best to dry my brush out. And if it doesn't dry it enough, we'll go with a different brush because Lord knows I have enough. We're going to try and pull that back down now. Actually did really well. Sit. I know it's hard to see what I did there. It was a very subtle change, but it's an important one. Just a little bit of white on that tip. And we need to add some dark in here. We may end up doing a little bit tomorrow or the next day. Because what I want to do is I'd like to add some white that's coming down from her chin. Right in here. Watch this, ready? Keep in mind I'm working on a wet surface and I wish it wasn't. It's gonna look cool though because I want to make it a little bit rough. Because if you add quite a bit of paint on your brush when you do this, you actually leave what it looks like physical hairs, which is kind of cool. So that's what I'm doing. Not just adding a flat dimension, we're adding another dimension of actual thickness of paint, which is going to look really cool. So guys, I figured since next Saturday isn't going to have a stream, I figured I was just making up by doing that first live for everyone stream. Monday would be a good meeting point, I guess. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing. It's not exactly, the same because everyone gets to join, but I figured, again, I'm just trying to promote our ranks, just trying to get more people on my Patreon subscription because the end goal is to be able to do this, guys, 4 days a week to share with you guys my development journey. Because just like I'm talking about painting without you guys to add some intrigue to this piece to get y'all invested more in this, I wish y'all could be here for more of my painting. And the way that we are going to end up getting to do that is by having more people on my Patreon. Because the more people that are there supporting me, the more, I guess, the less that I need to worry about my day job, right? Unfortunately, that's the way it works. Right now, the day job is what's paying the money, paying the bills. Like right now, I got a $500 electric bill. I'm not sure how I'm going to pay. And if I had more subscription service or I had more support from YouTube, we'd be able to take care of that. And again, the way that we're going to move forward is having more intrigue and having more people support me online. So that's what I'm working towards, guys. And I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep being here available for you guys. And I appreciate every single one of you that's on this journey with me, watching my videos, liking, commenting, subscribing. It's needed. It's something that's helping me for our future. And I'm hoping to teach you guys some things. I'm hoping to show you guys the techniques I use. And I hope you take them. And if you do, and if you use them, and if it helps you at all, share this with your friends. Share this with your family members. And also, tag me and say, hey, I use Chasing a Dream Artistry's skills and techniques in this painting that I did. I would love to see that. Or maybe you see something of mine and you say, you know what, I can do better than that. Please tag me. I would love to see it. Not because of anything other than I love art. I love everything about art. I love watching it. I love people painting. I love to watch all of you guys. And if anybody in here, even just one person, picks up a brush because of something that I did, please tag me. I would love to watch it. I'll watch every second of it. I'll be sure to comment because it matters. It's something that I'd love to be a part more of the artist community. Right now I'm kind of on the out of it, and this is me knocking on the door going, hey guys, I'd love to be a part of it. I'd love to be included. And if I'm included to it, fantastic. Can't wait, you know. What I'm doing here is I'm going to add some dark lips. Again, this may not be what ends up being here eventually, but right now it's going to be dark lips. Making big decisions. Because what do I always say about paintings? And the great thing about painting being my preferred medium, it doesn't matter if you mess up with paintings. You know what? Especially when you're painting acrylic, it can always be painted over. It can always be restarted. In fact, when I was working with watercolor pencils, that was the one thing I was struggling with. Was if I made a mistake, there wasn't always an out. Whereas here, I'm being really sloppy, really quick with my movements. And you know what? I'll show you in just a second how easy it is to make a correction. Because again, I'm being really sloppy here on those lips. Watch. Just pull that water off of there. Okay. Put some white. And we're going to clean up some of this edge. Well, it's not going to be perfect first or second pass. By third pass, you'll never know that paint was even there. How clearly and quickly it is to clean up that spot. That's one thing I love about paint. It's never too late to change it. It's never too late to make that correction. You don't always need that correction. But if you do, guess what? It takes like that to get it taken care of. But absolutely beautiful. This painting should be absolutely stunning once we're done. Right now, we're just getting started. I'm having to wait for the lips. But I took a couple opportunities this last couple weeks towards trying to get my freedom when it comes to art. As far as hopefully getting to the point where I don't need that day job. Because if I don't need that day job, I can put out more paintings, I can promote, and I can be there for you guys. That's the end goal, and that's what I've been working toward. And I made a couple of strides this week in order to get that taken care of. So I'm hoping that it will, propel me forward. And we'll have to see. And I hope you guys are here to see it too. So I can't wait for the day that I get to tell you guys and come on here and say that I'm no longer working a day job and that I'm going to try and make it as a solo venture. Sorry, right now what I'm doing is trying to come back in here and do a little bit of ticking for hair on the edge of chin. exact opposite of what I do to my chin. Yeah, I made a joke, sorry. So do y'all have any traditions when it comes to Martin Luther King Day? I don't have any traditions, so we kind of just try our best to force relaxation on that day. That's what we try to do. But I would love to know y'all's connection to Martin Luther King Day. Do you have any huge memories in regards to that day, or any huge traditions? I always like to hear other people's traditions. Well, it's not perfect. That chin looks pretty cool right now, so I like that. But we're doing a nice short stream today, only an hour, and it's purely because I've got a couple things that I have to address. I haven't eaten today. I'm ready to go sit down with a shake, with a protein shake, and enjoy myself. Might even be extra excited and warm up the water that's going to be in. It's so boring. So sorry, guys. But I appreciate you guys for being here for this stream. It will be available um, probably tomorrow. I got a couple things I got to pull, like this camera fell. I want to pull that from the video. Um, Probably the 30 seconds I was gone getting a napkin. But really, those are the only things that I need to get done. But I appreciate you guys for being here on stream today, watching me start this beautiful line. I hope that y'all come on Monday to watch the rest of it. But until then, be safe. And I appreciate you guys for being on this journey with me because I can't do without you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend.